How are you today? Great? How are you today? Fine. Okay. So I hope everyone will be enjoying your day, especially after attending my talk. So I hope that after the session today, you will have some fun, gain some new wisdom, and truly live differently and beautifully in year 2017. Okay. And before I start, I would like to express my gratitude to the UTAR organizer, yeah, and also Mr. Kang, yeah, from Brisbane. So please give them a big round of applause. Okay, let me introduce a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Jin Woon, or some people call me JW. Yeah, a bit more simple because some people say Jin Woon very hard to remember. So it's okay, just call me JW. Okay, and I'm holding two wisdom. Okay, one is Chinese astrology, it's a feng shui, 八字, date selection. And another side, I'm also an NLP master practitioner, neuro-linguistic programming. So basically, it's wisdom that actually helping one to actually boost up their inner momentum, and also it helps in leadership and personal development. So I'm holding two wisdom, and my value, my purpose is actually to uplift one, okay, to uplift one no matter which wisdom that you're applying, to actually help you to achieve greater success and happiness. It's not just about success, but happiness as well, because happy is very important. If every day you feel very stressed, you feel very tired, you feel no energy, then no point, yeah, because the purpose of the life is to be happy. So my purpose today is actually to uplift every one of you using the wisdom that I share today is governance of Bazi, Feng Shui, and then also the NLP a little bit at the end of the session. So hope that every one of you will be able to gain something new, yeah, to actually help your life. Okay. So there are three important elements, yeah, that's playing the important role. This one way is the pointer. Okay. So the first one is actually heaven, and then the second one is earth, and the third one is man. Okay, it's 天地人. So the 天, the heaven here is something is gifted to you. What is your strength? What is your weakness? And for me, I'm using the Bazi as a tool to actually help person to explore who you are. Okay, what is your strength? What is your weakness? And when you're facing threats, because everyone will have some obstacle in the life. So when you're facing the obstacle, never mind. Most importantly is how you are going to use your resources, use your strength, okay, to deal with it effectively. So that's about the Bazi. Okay, and another part will be the environment. It's about the earth. So means that we can also use the environment, the feng shui technique. Okay, if you link to science, for example, if let's say there's an entrance door, so you're actually putting a lot of stuff, a lot of items at the entrance door. It will actually block the space of the qi flow. So feng shui is also about the qi flow, whether the qi flow in effectively. If you're putting so many stuff at the entrance, because Chinese there's a saying that 明堂闊大快活. When the entrance door is broad and spacious, it's a great prosperous and happiness. So if let's say your entrance door is so filled with so many rubbish, so many obstacles, so ladies and gentlemen, it's Chinese New Year, it's actually time to clean the rubbish, okay? So make sure the entrance is actually clean, is spacious, yeah? It's just a small little wisdom, so I will share more later. That is about feng shui. And another one is bad luck, yeah? That is about your personal value, your personal action. So every day, what is your value that you're carrying? Are you feeling very fear every day? Or when you go to study, because recently I just did one NLP coaching for a student. Oh, she told me that she's feeling very stressed in the study. So actually I'm doing my best to actually uplift her, to make her feel relaxed a bit. So in nowadays, NLP is actually one of the important tools as well, neuro-linguistic programming. That means that whatever goal that you want to achieve, whatever thing that you want to do, you do it with your matching your personal value. It's not about doing something that make yourself so stressed, so worried, so angry. No point. Yeah, because life is about not just about success. It's also happy. Okay, so you must doing something that is truly and you truly enjoy the process. That's very important. And another part is about the universe energy. So if let's say you are doing add value to people, you are serving as a noble people, so the universe will be also, whatever you give the universe, something will be returned back to you. Okay, that's about the power of the universe. It's just like a secret. Okay, how many of you have read the book of Secret? You understand the law of attraction technique. So why sometimes certain people, when they are sending the message to the universe, they make a wish, some people is very fast. Actually the good thing come to them very fast. But sometimes when we send the message to the universe, for some people it's very slow. Okay? The difference between the two is, if you want the process to be fast, you must be doing something from the bottom of your heart. That means you must be truly love the process. You must be truly love what you are doing. That will be faster and faster and faster. So if let's say you are working on achieving the goal, and in the process you are actually forcing yourself to do something that you are feeling you are not reluctant to do so, but you are forced to do so, that would be slow down the whole process. So my sharing is not just about feng shui party. My sharing also want every one of you to live your life beautifully by truly understand who you are. Okay, by truly understand how you are going to bring back your good self, to be yourself, to believe in yourself. Okay, so that when you are making a wish or when you are achieving the goal, so the law will, the attraction, the good thing will come to you more effectively. Okay. Okay, let's share a little bit about the party first, because now it's Chinese New Year. I think it's an interesting topic, yeah? Okay. So before that, let's see. For this is the party chart for 2017. We are going to entering the fire user in 3rd of February 2017, and this is the time entering. So from the party, we can see few learning lessons. So the first point is, this is the sin metal. Okay, it's a sin metal. The sin metal is actually represented by a beautiful jewelry. It's represented by a small knife. So this small knife is actually chopping the big wood. And you see this metal surrounded by so many other metal. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So surrounded by so many metal to chop the wood. So what we foresee in 2017 is the competition is there. Okay, education industry, because UTAR is education industry. Honestly, education industry is actually one of the industry that need to work furthermore creative. Okay, because to dealing with the competition, I would say how bad the economic is, there's still some way. Okay, it depends on what strategy that you are applying and how good you are on leveraging the resources. And of course, later on I will share about the feng shui, how you're going to tap on the feng shui as well. Okay, so you need to be what? You need to be very creative. Okay, creative is one of the keywords to deal with uncertainty. But in the beginning of the session, I already said, if you are very stressed every day, so how good you are your creativity? So because stress is actually opposite of creative. So when you are feeling stressed, please go to the natural space. I see Utah was a beautiful garden outside. So just go there to walk for a while and to relax and to take a breath. So let the creativity to come in. Okay? And next, we need to be very honest to ourselves. Say yes on the thing that you want. Learn to say no on those things that you feel that you are reluctant. Why? Because 2017 is Ding Yong. Okay, Ding here is actually represented by fire, candlelight fire. So if let's say we are dishonest, so the candlelight is when we light up the fire, so the candlelight will be the first being seen. So therefore, we need to be honest. Otherwise, easily get caught. As simple as that. Okay, if you accept, then better be honest. Okay, otherwise if cheating, then very easy to get caught. Okay, and next is you need to showcase your personal value. So you need to stand out, you need to speak out, you need to dress up, you need to speak out, and you need to go out to create the opportunity instead of wait the opportunity to come to you. Okay, and next, the good thing, the key element that is good for 2017 is if you have your own party chart. Okay, for the party chart, I don't have If you come to me personally for party reading, I will prepare a party chart for you. But if let's say you just want to go for get a free party, you can, there are so many party software that you can just Google it, free party software. You just key in your date of birth and you can check your party. Or alternatively, you can also go to my Sifu website. Okay, my teacher is Dato Joey. So you can also go to his website. There's a free website there to print your party chart as well. Alright? Okay, so first, you need to check your party, whether you have the metal, whether you have the water, whether you have the fire in your party chart. If you have these three elements in your party chart, then I would say congratulations to you. So you can go back already. Because you already have the good opportunity in 2017. Okay, so why I say so is because if you have the metal in the party, that means that your value is already there. So when people see you, they will sure find some value on you. And somehow you will be much easier for getting recognition. Okay, and water means, okay, if let's say your chart have a water, it means that you yourself have able to give solution to people. So you are able to solve the people problem, okay? And next is about the fire. So this one you can go back home to check, no worry. Yeah? So for the fire one is profit. So if let's say you are being the sales team, of course this is very important. That means you can actually create a profit for the company. And if you have the fire plus metal, that is even better. Not just you have the value, you also have a profit. For example, I recently just did a party reading for a client. So he's actually work in, he's actually the entrepreneur. So she's actually the entrepreneur. And her party is actually have water, have fire, but no metal. So means that I told her that, hey, you may need to change your marketing strategy a bit. You may need to, either you reduce the price because the metal is weak. So people see her, yes, the people will want to give opportunity to her, but just that because the metal is weak, somehow she may need to adjust the pricing strategy to reduce the price, to upsell her value. Okay, so that it would depend on your party. So metal, fire, water, if you have all this in your chart, that will be congratulations to you. If no, then you need to see how to leverage the resources. And later on, when I share on the 12 animal side, if let's say you have any auspicious star or the normal star and etc., you can also leverage on that, plus the feng shui later part as well. Okay, and last but not least is water as a mediator. Because for 2016 and 2017, to be honest, the forecast it shows that there's still a lot of fighting, argument and competition and political error, so some breakup issue. But that's the negative part. But how we are doing to deal with it positively is actually water. One of the way can resolve. So water to resolve means that traveling. Okay, we need to do more connection with people. There's water activity, and traveling is actually one of those activities. That means instead of sit there doing admin, call the client, no, change. We need to go out, buy the client drink, or whenever there's organized any, because last time I'm from insurance background also, so I'm very thankful to my previous company, Great Eastern, for growing me up for so many years, that I see a lot of creativity agency people. So some of the agency, they are doing recruitment talk. So those days they are doing the recruitment talk is like classroom, sitting and share. And nowadays they're doing very creatively, like having a cafe or maybe engaging a speaker. So like today, I'm very grateful that I'm standing here to share with every one of you, because whenever knowledge, whatever skill, whatever wisdom that you gain today, because I believe that anything happens for a reason. So there's an affinity between you and me. So wherever learning, whatever wisdom that you gain today, so I truly hope that it will benefit to you. So go for your water strategy. So whenever you have any dealing, you want to reduce the conflict issue, or maybe I would say you want to enhance the success rate of a deal. So instead of using tele-conversation, so I would suggest you all to actually meet the person face to face, buy a person a drink, or you can actually talk at a cafe. So that would be a creative way, okay? And also leverage the water resources, all right? So I just repeat, for 2017, you need to be honest, be sincere, And also you need to be very creative and leverage on the person that have the metal, water, fire in the chart. And use the water as a mediator. Okay, for example, you want to sell a product. So you sell the product plus giving a free drink for the person. That's also a way. Okay, as a use water to resolve. Okay, now we move on your personal party. Okay, this one is a much more in-depth level. So if you don't understand, never mind. Especially how many of you is the first time listen to astrology talk? First time listen to, oh, okay, I need to talk a bit as low as possible. Okay, because for first time listen, honestly, because I'm being the first timer, so I will think what is the person trying to say, I don't understand. Doesn't matter. You just take as many knowledge as possible, and you're okay to ask me in Facebook, yeah, because let's say after the session you can like me in Facebook personally and add me as friend, like my company, and if you have any question, because for student I think I'm more generous in Hala, so yeah, you can ask me personally. Yeah, of course if you need a consult, I will be charging a reasonable rate for you as a student rate. Alright. Okay, so for this is your personal party. For year, because in the party, why it say is the 8 character is because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you key in your date of birth in any of the free party software, you will be able to see the year pillar, the month pillar, the day pillar, and hour pillar. So the year pillar is actually represented by your industry, your social circle. Assuming that your 12 animal sign that I will be sharing later, assuming that you have a very auspicious star at the year, so that means that you should go to open your new market by doing more social networking or event gathering and etc. Okay, that's about the social. That means your social friend is able to help you and the industry itself can do well. If let's say the month pillar has the good star, that means that your current job or your current career and your parent is doing well, okay? And the day pillar, it means that yourself and the spouse and the house related area as well. So, and the hour, it means that your dream and your inspiration or any short-term goal that you wanted to achieve and etc. that will be appearing in the hour, okay? Or the children's star as well. Okay, so that's about the party, okay? So let's see who are those people that are enjoying a good wealth star. So who are those people that born in this year? Who are those people that born in rooster, horse, rat, tiger? Okay, these people, okay, please come to see me personally. I want to give my name card to you all. So it's a student, or maybe this student can actually assign to do more selling goods, because when I come here just now, so I see got students selling this thing, so I just, actually I got water lah, but I just feel like so support. So yeah, please, if let's say you have this good stuff, that means the chance of helping the company to, helping your society to raise fund is much easier as well, because I have the wealth star there, okay? Alright. I'm not sure whether nowadays students you all are doing any sales activity, or maybe you have any part-time business. So if yes, then congratulations to you. Okay, that's about the year. Okay, of course, if let's say this star is appearing at your month pillar, that will be truly benefited in your career, because month is represented by your career, okay? Year is represented by your industry. This one is about the new market, the social, the industry. This one is about your career itself. So the tiger is actually in for the Western calendar is February. So this one is born in December. So this one is June, and this one is September. So if let's say you are born in the months that I mentioned, your party chart would also have this star, and also congratulations to you all. Okay, that means your career, your job will be fantastic, it's good. Okay, so what is the difference of all these stars? So for a tiger, you would have national treasure. That means that the status and power is increased. So, and for if you are employer, but majority are student, no employee. So if let's say you're an employer here, so that means the chance of climbing the corporate ladder is there, the power status would increase. But if let's say you're a student, somehow you'll be giving more higher responsibility, or maybe to be promoted as a society head, for example. Okay? So for the red one here is the moon star. So the moon star here means that somehow in your 2017, you will be meeting some female noble people. That means in our life we do have noble people, and for red one, okay, you are born in red. So in the red one, that somehow you'll be meeting more female female noble people assistants. And the moon star is also a star that's generating new idea. So somehow in 2017, you will be also have a lot of good idea, okay, in wealth-related area. That means in all this while you also have an idea, but come to 2017, you don't know why, somehow you have a lot of great ideas related to money, related to investment, active and passive income both. Okay, and for the horse one, it's about the prosperity star. So it's actually a wealth star. That means that if you are actually engaging a lot of like happiness events and a lot of like celebration, so all these events will actually link you to a new business opportunity that could actually bring you to wealth, increase your wealth as well. Okay, and another one is rooster, is actually golden lock. So golden lock star is actually the star whereby the wealth opportunity is good in terms of your earlier investment. Okay, let's say for example in earlier year you have invested in an asset. So for 2017, somehow the investment value will be much higher, will be increased. Okay, that's about investment. And also with the golden lock star support, the product and the services that you are offering, okay, it is also have the value. The value is there, right? Because in the earlier session I mentioned metal. If your chart have the metal, so the metal value is good, the value will increase. So rooster is actually one of the metal element, and plus supported by the golden lock star, so it's very good for rooster, okay? But rooster, one thing to take note is for 2017, because rooster, meeting rooster in Bazi term, that is a term is called self-punishment, okay? So if let's say you're a rooster, in a month or year or day or hour. So 2017 somehow is rooster year. So it's a technical term, but it's called self-punishment, self-sabotaging. Maybe you have a good idea, but maybe somehow maybe you kill your idea. Or maybe you want to do something, but something you pull back. You pull yourself back. I mean, you know that you shouldn't do something, but you're still doing it. So then you need to do a self-reflection. Okay, that's very important. You need to do a self-reflection. So what is your personal value? What is truly meaningful to you? And how you're going to perform your best by not self-sabotaging yourself. So you need to have clarity. Back to the basic, you need to have clarity. You need to have certainty. Okay? So another one star is called status power increase. So which status power is good for 2017 is dragon, ox, and rooster. So for dragon one is supported by dragon, virtual, and emperor star. So this is a very powerful star. Okay, so those with dragon, so congratulations. Okay, for the month one is April month. Okay, for I converted to Western already. It's April month. Okay, for the ox one is actually January, born in January, or your year itself you have the ox year. And again, it's rooster. So what is the difference between these three is dragon, virtual, and emperor star is a star that you are just like a king. So whatever you say, whatever you convey the message, don't know why for 2017 people will tend to listen more. And at the same time, you will be also supported by a very strong, powerful people. Okay, because it's just like you are the king. But bear in mind that you giving so good opportunity like being a king doesn't mean to ask you to bully people or take advantage of people. You should be a noble, you should be an angel to actually serve more people. Because in 2017 is good doesn't mean the coming years is good. Because just to let you know first, 2018 is actually a dog year. Dog is clash with the dragon. Whatever clash that particular animal usually will have some challenges. So 2016, you are doing good, you are serving value. I understand you have a good star, so that when 2017, whenever you meet some challenges, obstacle, so the impact will be much mild, yeah, because 2017, you're already doing so many good deeds. Okay, you help so many people by enjoying with the king star. So 1-7, then 1-8, then let people to help you. Yeah, okay. So for the Ox 1 is a 3-stage star, that means 1 stage, 1 stage, 1 stage. So for, you are not just jumping 1 stage, you are jumping 3 stages. So it's chance of like getting promotion or higher responsibility. Okay, the opportunity is there, or much power and the status as well. And general star is actually the star where the person need to just being like a general to lead the team to go to the market to win the battle, to win the game. Okay, that's about the general star.